O king, my king, it is said by the seers of Our Lady of Fatima declared that the family would be the final battlefront between demonic forces and man. This will also likely be the foundation of your coming kingdom, my king, and therefore, as your advisor, I must implore that we remember the beauty God instilled into us as creatures and how men and women contrast one another. Sorry. 1. God created all things, and we had morning and evening. The evening was crowned with a plethora of stars, while the morning was crowned with light. He created Adam in his own image. Creation itself is something God drew from himself. 2. God said it is not good for Adam to be alone, and so as he drew creation from himself, he drew woman from the rib of Adam, and woman is like an allegory of creation, while man is like an allegory of the Creator. 3. God created order, and so Adam was the steward of earth, but who served God. And so God brought all beings before him, and Adam named those things, expressing his kingship. But when his queen was brought before him, Adam called her an element of himself, for out of him was she taken. We use the words man and woman. 4. Lucifer was once a great angel, but as related by an exorcist priest, had become fallen when he could not measure himself to the beauty of wisdom, who is God's greatest creation. He then became a cause of disorder, rebelling against order, and used woman to express disorder, for this is the mark of his corruption. When the queen reigns over the king, and so she gave him to do what it was forbidden of him by his master, expressing dominance where she should have served, and both of them had fallen. 5. And so we became punished. We may not like it, but our species is a punished species. Women became headaches, and men became tyrants. 6. The unholy trinity is dragon, false prophet, and beast. The false prophet being the mother. Jezebel was false prophet, corrupting Ahab and destroying true prophets. Each era has a Jezebel, and she is bigger than a single being of flesh. Jezebel is allegory for that which we call beauty, but opposes wisdom because we are blind. 7. The false prophecy of our times is the age of secularism, and it was inflicted by the Freemasons. Their first major strike was on France, which will be the origin of the recovery. Your recovery, my king. You will kill this Jezebel. 8. In the secularist world, though man is still inflicted by original sin, women are corrupted by the prophet and want equality. They want to take the role of man. They want to create rather than to be beautiful. They want to dominate rather than to surrender. These characteristics are corruptions. 9. A man exemplifies his perfection when he seeks God. A woman exemplifies her perfection when she serves God. They not only act differently, they love differently. When a man loves, he wants what is best for the object of his love. But when a woman loves, she wants to comfort and secure the object of her love. A man wants his child to serve God as best as possible, while a woman wants her child to be in want of nothing and be peaceful and centered. 10. Men are weak then to champions of beauty, the daughters of men who exemplify virtue, order, and the man's choice in the mother to have created this beautiful daughter. But men are not always worthy of these champions. 11. A woman under the curse of the first woman of flesh, that is Eve, wants to dominate a man as much as possible. The man must envelop the woman, or she shall envelop and trouble him. 12. But the false prophet teaches the woman that if she is enveloped by any man, any ruler, just or unjust, it is always unjust, and they term this falsely as abuse. 13. Even the cosmos testifies to this existence with order. As Earth orbits a sun, she herself is orbited by her moon. The sun is greater than the Earth is greater than the moon. This expresses stability in their orbit, for if the object of orbit was too large, it would throw the parent object off his orbit. 14. Therefore, a man who wishes to capture and envelop a great queen must become an even greater king. 15. A woman deeply desires for a man to envelop her. If she has destroyed this desire in herself, then she has murdered herself and is in ruin. 16. False prophets, the influence of the Freemasons, leavens society with disorder because they serve the accuser. And when they repeat the mantra of fraternity, liberty, and equality, they leaven their societies to be influenced and consumed and destroyed by demons and demonic forces. 17. And though we have hapless agents of destruction in our time, not knowing the evils of their spiritual parents, they too will go to destruction. Men living in darkness are indeed blinded by light. 18. The thorns of errors are tightly entangled around the hearts of many, and many of those are good hearts, which must be freed by these thorns of secularism and its children, the Marxists, the modernists, the communists, the children of scientism and evolution. 19. Remember then that Lucifer was undone not by force, but by beauty of wisdom, who became Our Lady, but was always Queen of Heaven and given her crown after her pilgrimage. And then when he had rebelled, he was undone by the force of Saint Michael. 20. The beauty of virtue and justice practiced by you, O King, and your Queen, and the harmony you've created, this harmony will be a radiance that erodes evil and draws out the devils. 21. Your army will be an army of prayer and angelic might. The weapons they wield shall be the rosary, and the 3 weapons that complement it, the trumpet which breaks down the walls, the serpent staff which heals wound, and the sword that cuts down the injustice. 22. A queen's perfection is serving her king wholeheartedly, at managing his affairs and adorning him as much as possible. A king's perfection is drawing inspiration from the kingdom of God, while she wears the treasures he procures. 23. And so you, as the kingdom, play the woman, while the church, the pontiff, and its justice, play the man. The Magi, who were kings of the East, were counseled by Our Lady and drew from the kingdom of God, and they expressed its treasures in their respective kingdoms. In the end, the church is the woman, while the revelation she receives from the saints and the angels and God is the man. The queen of revelation is Mary. God in all 3 persons is her king.